The Young and the Restless Spoilers. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day outside, but honestly, I am trapped inside staring at my screen, running on fumes and way too much caffeine right now. We really need to talk about Genoa City because things just absolutely exploded, and I mean literally exploded. So if you've been watching the last few weeks, or even just the last few days, you already know that Abby and Devon have been walking on incredibly thin ice, uh, like dangerously thin ice. But what happened today? I am still trying to process it. I really, truly am. Let's just dive right into the deep end because my head is spinning and I just need to get all these thoughts out before I forget them. So, Abby and Devon, we all knew this disaster was coming, right? I mean, who actually believes this relationship was ever going to end well? They have been fighting nonstop, just constantly at each other's throats over every little thing. And honestly, it's been exhausting to watch. You guys know how Devon has been lately. He's been spiraling out of control. His psychological breakdown over Mariah getting her release date from the mental health facility, his unresolved anger issues over Dominic being kidnapped in the past, his controlling behavior at Chancellor Winters. It's like he's a completely different person. He's been snapping at Abby, shutting her out emotionally, and just acting like he owns the world and everyone in it. He has this billionaire God complex right now that is just suffocating everyone around. And Abby is a Newman and an Abbott. She doesn't just sit there and take it. She has too much pride for that. But she's been trying. She really has been trying so hard to hold her family together for little Dominic's sake. She wants that perfect family picture so badly, but everyone has a breaking point, and Abby finally hit hers. The tension in that penthouse has been so thick you could cut it with a knife. Every conversation turns into a screaming match. Every disagreement turns into a war. So they have this massive blowout fight. Another one. Over what? Probably something stupid, or probably over Devon being a dictator again about how she should live her life. And Abby just leaves. She grabs her coat, slams the door, and she has to get out of that penthouse. She needs to breathe. She feels like she is drowning in Devon's anger and paranoia. And where does she go? She goes to get a drink, because of course she does. That is the classic Genoa City way. You get mad at your significant other, you go straight to the GCAC or society, and you order something strong. But here is where it gets crazy. Enter Daniel Romalotti. Yeah, Daniel. I know. I was shocked too when I saw him sitting there. But think about it for a second. Daniel has been dealing with his own absolute nightmare. He's been stuck right in the middle of his mom, Phyllis, and Christine's feud for what feels like a million years. He is exhausted. His soul is tired. He is so sick of being the peacemaker for all the chaotic, crazy women in his life. He just wants 5 minutes of peace. So he is sitting there at the bar, swirling his drink, looking like he wants to be anywhere else on the entire planet. And then Abby walks in, and they just start talking. Just two incredibly stressed out, burned out, emotionally drained people who desperately need someone to listen to. And Daniel is a good listener. He really is. He is a gentleman, despite all his past flaws. He sits there and he actually listens to Abby vent about Devon. He doesn't judge her. He doesn't try to fix it. He just listens. And you can see the shift happen right there on screen. You can literally see the exact moment where it goes from just friendly venting to something else entirely. There's this spark. I didn't even know they had chemistry, but maybe I'm being too harsh on the writers because honestly, the chemistry was suddenly there. It was palpable. You could feel the heat radiating off them. So they are drinking, and they keep drinking. The bartender keeps pouring, and they keep talking. And the more they drink, the more they talk, and the more they talk, the closer they physically get to each other. Let's be real. Abby is incredibly vulnerable right now. She feels unloved, she feels unheard, she feels completely alienated by Devon. And here is this handsome, charming, attentive guy giving her all of his focus. And Daniel just wants an escape. He wants to forget about Phyllis. He wants to forget about the corporate drama. He just wants to feel good for a minute. He wants to feel desired and uncomplicated. And then they make the decision. You guys, I was literally screaming at my television screen. I was like, no, Abby, don't do it. But also, kind of do it? Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. I love the mess. They stumble out of the bar. They're both clearly intoxicated. The liquid courage is flowing through their veins. And they don't go back to Abby's place, obviously. They don't go to Daniel's. They get a hotel room, a classic, sneaky, disastrous hotel room. And it just happens. They get to the room, the door clicks shut, and they just fall into each other. It was messy. It was passionate. It was desperate. It was two people who were just starving to feel something other than stress and anger. They sleep together. Abby and Daniel. I am still wrapping my head around it. I really am. I mean, part of me is like, good for Abby for getting some attention and feeling alive again. But the other part of me is like, girl, what are you doing? You just blew up your entire life. You literally just handed Devon the exact ammunition he needs to destroy you. Because guess what? Devon is not the kind of guy who just lets things go. While Abby and Daniel are having their drunken, messy hookup, Devon is looking for her. His anger has boiled over into obsession. And of course, he finds her. How did he find her? Probably tracked her phone. Because that is exactly the kind of controlling, paranoid thing Devon would do right now. He tracks her location to the hotel. He probably saw the little GPS dot on his screen and just saw red. And this is the scene of the year, honestly. The cinematography, the acting, everything. Devon gets to the hotel room. He doesn't knock. He doesn't politely ask to come in or wait in the lobby. He literally kicks the door down. Bam. The wood splinters, the lock breaks, and he just kicks it wide open like he's in an action. And he catches them. He catches Abby and Daniel right there in bed together. The look on Devon's face, it was terrifying. It was pure, unadulterated, primal rage. He starts screaming, just screaming at the top of his lungs, his veins popping out of his neck. You are a traitor, he yells at him. A traitor. Let's just pause right here and talk about the absolute mind-boggling hypocrisy of Devon Hamilton for a second. Devon is calling Abby a traitor? Devon? The same Devon who cheated on Amanda Sinclair with Abby? The same Devon who literally blew up his own relationship because he couldn't keep his hands off Abby on that couch while Amanda was out of town. And now he's playing the victim? He's acting like he's the moral superior here? Give me a break. Give me an absolute massive break. I can't stand it when these characters get on their high horses and forget their own messy history. Devon is a hypocrite. He is a massive, walking hypocrite. But he doesn't care about logic right now. He only cares that his ego is bruised and his possession has been touched by someone else. So he's screaming. Daniel is scrambling to put his clothes on, looking like a deer in headlights. Abby is wrapping the hotel sheets around herself, shaking, looking absolutely terrified. And then Devon drops the bomb. The ultimate threat. The thing that every single mother fears more than anything else in the entire world. He looks dead in Abby's eyes, with this cold, dead expression, and he threatens to take Dominic away from her. He says he is going to take their son, and she will never see him again. And you could just see the blood completely drain from Abby's face. She went pale, because she knows he can do it. Devon has the billions. He has the ruthless lawyers. He has the Chancellor Winter's power behind him. And now he has the moral high ground in the eyes of a family court judge because Abby is the one who got caught cheating in a cheap hotel room. I mean, what was she thinking? Did she really think Devon wouldn't find out? But let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger pattern here. Abby always does this. She always self-sabotages when things get hard. Look at her history. Look at Stitch. Look at Chance. Instead of facing the music and doing the hard work, she runs, and this time she ran right into Daniel's bed. And now innocent little Dominic is going to be the one who pays the ultimate price. Dominic has already been through so much trauma for a toddler. Remember when Mariah had her psychological break and literally kidnapped him? That baby has been a pawn in so many adult games since the literal day he was born. And now he's about to be the center of the ugliest, most vicious custody battle Genoa City has seen in years. Devon is not making an empty threat. When Devon gets mad, he gets ruthless. He went after his own family at Chancellor Winters. He went after Lily. He went after Mariah. He destroys people who cross him. And Abby just crossed him in the worst possible way imaginable. And what about Daniel? Oh man, Daniel just made an enemy out of one of the most powerful and unstable men in town. Devon is going to destroy Daniel's life too. Daniel thought he was just having a fun, drunken night of escapism, a little break from reality, and now he is standing in the middle of a nuclear war zone. I almost feel bad for him. Almost. But he knew Abby was with Devon. He knew she was a mother. He knew it was a terrible, horrible, no good idea. But they did it anyway because they were selfish. Honestly, I am just sitting here typing this and my hands are shaking a little bit because the drama is just so good but so incredibly stressful. I change my mind every 5 minutes about whose side I am on. Like, Devon is a massive hypocrite and a scary control freak, but Abby did cheat on him. She did betray their family. So maybe Devon has a right to be furious, but threatening to take a child away from his mother just to hurt her, that is low. That is so incredibly low and toxic. But this totally fits the show's usual style. They build these couples up for years, they make us invest our time and emotions in them, and then they tear them down in the most spectacular, messy, devastating ways possible. And we eat it up. We complain about it on social media. We yell at the screen. We say we are going to stop watching, but we keep watching. Because we care? I care. I want to see what happens next. What is Abby going to do now? Is she going to run to her daddy? Because if Victor Newman finds out that Devon Hamilton kicked down a door, screamed at his daughter, and threatened to take his grandson away, Victor is going to unleash hell on Devon. And that is a war I desperately want to see. Victor versus Devon, the mustache versus the billionaire. It would be absolutely epic. Victor is already dealing with Nikki's blindness and his corporate wars, but he will always make time to destroy someone who threatens his family. But for now, Abby is just sitting in that hotel bed crying, realizing that she just lost everything in the blink of an eye. Her relationship is over. Her home is gone. And her precious son is in danger of being taken away forever. All for one single night of drunken passion with Daniel Roman. Was it worth it? Probably not. No, definitely not. But it sure made for some incredible television. I don't know, guys. I need to take a breath. I need to go get another coffee, maybe a walk around the block, and just process all of this chaos. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you Team Abby or Team Devon? Do you think Daniel is going to regret this for the rest of his life? Because I definitely do. So yeah, that's the recap for today. A total, absolute mess from start to finish. But that's exactly why we love this show, right? I'll be back tomorrow with more updates, assuming my heart can take the stress. See you guys then.